Hey guys, Blakely and I here for our house arrest series, and what we're doing is we're going through these books that Paul wrote while he was under literal house arrest, because we feel like we're under house arrest. And we're kind of seeing, where was Paul's focus when he was doing these things, and what is his message to these churches while he's under house arrest. Today we're in Colossians chapter 2, and let's go ahead and read that now. See to it that no one takes you captive by philosophy and empty deceit, according to human tradition, according to the elemental spirits of the world, and not according to Christ. For in him the whole fullness of deity dwells bodily, and you have been filled in him, who is the head of all rule and authority. In him also you were circumcised, with a circumcision made without hands, by putting off the body of the flesh by the circumcision of Christ, having been buried with him in baptism, in which you were also raised with him through faith in the powerful working of God, who raised him from the dead. The first thing that he makes clear is he doesn't want people to be taken by these kind of empty philosophical debates. And he wants people to understand that everything that we have, everything that we need, is found in the person of Jesus. And there's kind of some play on words here. He's talking to people who are being tempted into kind of practicing Judaism while practicing Christianity. And what Paul's trying to get across to them is that Jesus is actually everything. He's everything, and he is God. There's no trying to find God through the law anymore, because God came to earth in the form of a human. And in verse 9, Paul gives a very deliberate and specific. He specifically says that Jesus is God incarnate. He is God in the flesh, in person. And he came to earth as a person and is the fullness of God. And now we have this fullness of God. But the reason we have this fullness of God isn't because of the law, and not because of, he specifically mentioned circumcision. He says you don't have to be physically circumcised anymore, because now you have a real circumcision, the true circumcision, which is baptism. And what happens at baptism is you go down into burial, your old self dies, and you rise an entirely new person, living for God, living for Christ, and Christ filling your life. And just like God raised Jesus from the dead, now he has raised us from the dead, from our old dead selves, to rise up and to live this new life, totally focused, totally filled up with Jesus, God in person, this perfect example of who God is, and everything that we could want to be in Jesus. So I want to encourage you, just like we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, and how Paul seems to continuously go back to. I hope during this time of house arrest and being stuck at home, you're focused on Christ. You're focused on Jesus, because that seems to be what Paul's on. See you guys tomorrow. Say bye.